We live in the 21st century, and we are witnessing how technology is progressing exponentially in ways in which adapting to it seems far-fetched. Now, we are prospecting the possibility of colonizing Mars. We're dreaming of flying cars that could take us out of the traffic jam. We're waiting to hold a quantum computer in our hands. We want fast teleporting methods to travel between countries. We want to see ourselves on 3-dimensional holographic projectors. We want drones run by AI to bring our delivery home. We want to attack the stores to get our hands on the latest phone, which isn't necessarily more advantageous than the previous one. We want to build a humanoid robot, maybe because the 7.6 billion human beings on Earth aren't enough. And nowhere in this video are we trying to denounce the advancements in science or technology. Our only intention is to compare the rapid evolution of technology to the current state of the Earth. Let's start with video games. You know, the electronic gameplay by manipulating images produced by a computer program. Recent studies reported that playing video games can ingrain a feeling of accomplishment as players master their situation. Additionally, they can make them feel independent and in control, which are goals all human beings strive to achieve. But people like to play video games also because they desire playing roles they wish they could play in real life. And for all of these reasons, 73% of Americans ages 2 and older play video games, and that is according to 2019 Evolution of Entertainment study, the latest report from the NPD group. However, if the majority devote themselves to this activity, it shouldn't be considered as the norm. Let me clarify myself. Back then, the question was, do you play video games? And now, the question is, what video games do you play? See the difference? Video games shouldn't be the criteria teenagers abide by in order to socially bond with other people. Because if that happens, expect the new generation to be estranged from the less fortunate. And therefore, socioeconomic discrimination will surge. While people are looking to divert themselves by buying the brand new iPhone, there's a person dying each 10 seconds because of hunger somewhere in the world. Which means an average of 9 million people die from hunger each year. These people live with less than $37.5 a month, which is less than $1.5 a day. They can't afford to go to school or get any medical support. In order to feed these 9 million people plagued by hunger, we will need $36 million a day, which is a whopping $13 billion. It looks like a mission impossible, right? Well, it does, but it's not. Yearly, an average of $31.75 billion is allocated on space missions and studies. $19 billion for NASA, $7.5 billion for ESA, $2.75 billion for GAXA, $1.8 billion for Roscosmos, and $550 million for CSA. Look at this photo of the blurred black hole that everyone joyfully shared it on social media. Well, it costs 50 to 60 million US dollars to take it. Elon Musk, CEO of SpaceX, said he wanted to participate in a space race because, I quote, races are exciting, and that strapping his car to a rocket is, I quote, silly and fun. Silly and fun things are important. Well, yes, they are only when there aren't over 150 million homeless people. All these human space flights, missions, and studies may reveal striking discoveries and initiate a revolution. But the question is it really necessary? The priority really is to take care of all humans, psychologically, economically, socially, meaning ensuring their basic rights such as education, food, shelter, before getting them ready for life in space or anything of the sort. The privatization of space can wait. Astonishingly, 59% of the Earth population only have access to the internet. We can't live one day without the internet. At least most of us. Well, some countries don't even know what it is. And we aren't suggesting cutting the internet from us and giving it to them, because that will make us disproportionately regress. Now, let's set our priorities straight. Why don't we invest our energy into giving these poor countries 3G or even 2G instead of working on ensuring 5G? Our main interests are things out of reach to many people around the world. Another example we must emphasize is how big companies trick us into buying what we don't need. A very rampant technique is called the zero price effect, meaning the lure of anything that's free. It occurs when you get a free wipes with the detergent that you purchase. Now, if you're aware of these tactics, it can be easier for you not to fall into the trap and be more mindful of your purchases. So, how can you help? You, as a citizen, as a person, as a mere human being, you can contribute to making the world a better place to live in. The United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, the world's largest humanitarian agency fighting hunger, launched an application called Share the Meal. It allows you to feed a hungry child with just one tap on your phone. You can also donate to many other local organizations, or maybe some people you know, or homeless people that you see on the street. Let us all be more compassionate. Sometimes the mere act of visiting people that are debilitated by an illness or by elderliness can boost their mood and thus hope. If you are also able to listen to homeless people narrating their stories, that will make you much more aware of the magnitude of the problem and thus more eager to help. And remember that we are all human beings, and there are more things that unite us than things that divide us. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, like this video, leave a comment, and turn on the notifications for future content.